data on this machine. And it turns out that this fork is like 14 inches wide, and they totally cheated the whole thing in Photoshop. This giant thing coming at you, you know, that looks like it could lift up a bus, is like this big. We're like, what the? You know, so we basically made this appliance that goes over the existing one that more replicates the version of the machine that we had been reacting to.
Originally, the police car was an Autobot. It seems like, to keep with our theme of all the Decepticons seem to take on the disguises of authoritarian vehicles, military jet, tank, police car. It seemed like a good change. So barricades in there as a police car.
Slide the headlight forward and then bring the other arm over. Overtake the headlight. So the idea being to start the light a little.
Barricade is a really fun character. He's wicked mean.
Okay, all right. Okay, stop. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Okay, all right. Okay, look. Stop.
One of the first thoughts we had, of course, was to include Soundwave in the Decepticons. And as in our first draft, we actually did have Soundwave. We started to realize that we were not really servicing that character in a way that was going to make us or fans happy. And so we said, rather than doing it wrong, let's actually create a character who is a distant cousin of Soundwave's. And that's how Frenzy was born.
Frenzy is a boombox that transforms in his wicked little 3-foot-tall, vicious-looking robot. This is something that I invented.
We did an animated Frenzy. We wanted to see, did facial studies on how his eye stalks moved and how his mouth moved and how his mask came out of this little boom box, you know, so we did some exploration with that.
We started with the computer design puppet, and we had to go back and retrofit and make those things that look mechanical in design actually be mechanical, and take it apart and kind of work backwards.
What they'll do with the full-size mechanical version of this is that when you bring it into the set under the lighting conditions, it's also going to help out with the CGI guys so they can see how an actual real item would react in that environment.
1, 2, 3.
Mostly it's something to interact with the actors because they would have to be fighting against nothing.
Quick. You gotta run quick. It's from the Robot Spring Collection. It's real nice. It's a new scarf. DreamWorks bought me. I just put it on when I get cold outside. That's all that this is.
There's more where that came from.
Megatron was represented as a pistol, a very realistic-looking pistol that in Japan actually shot little pellets. That mechanism didn't work in the US, but that worked well for a villain in the 80s.
For us, we didn't want anyone shrinking, particularly the bad guy. We realized that for him to do that would be the equivalent of Darth Vader turning into his own lightsaber and having someone else swing him around.
It's a movie. You have to update. To keep it in the 80s, that'd be great for the 25 of you on the internet, you know? But for the world, it's like, you cannot have Megatron as a gun.
Join them in extinction!
Megatron transforms into kind of an alien plane.
Because he's the most arrogant and vain of the whole thing, and because he doesn't have to really hide. He's one of the only Decepticons who actually goes from his protoform right into his alien jet protoform.
What came up was just designing this kind of alien craft, which would hearken to what is happening on Cybertron. So this was a way to show how truly foreign these guys are.